I believe ethics is a skill. It's something that has to be learned, it has to be practiced so that it becomes second nature. I think part of the dilemma is today people don't know the skills to work through ethical dilemmas. As a soldier, there are certain things that are second nature to me. If I have my M4, my M16 here, and I'm in a firefight and I'm shooting my weapon, and all of a sudden it jams. Without thinking, second nature, I put the weapon on safe, I drop the magazine, I pull the charging handle to the rear, I check the magazine well to see what jammed it, I put the magazine back in, I release the charging handle, I put it on fire, and I go back to doing my business. I don't even think about it. The same thing's true when I would jump out of an airplane. I would jump out, you count to 3, and all of a sudden you go, something doesn't feel right because you didn't feel the shock, the blast from your chute opening. Well, you know exactly to go through your steps. You pull your risers apart, you twist, you do certain things down the checklist, and then the last thing on your checklist is, oh, this isn't working, I'm gonna pull my reserve. And the same thing is true as a pilot. I've been blessed to fly a little bit as a chaplain because I had a mentor, General Phil Breedless, said, Chaplain, if you want to reach fighter pilots, you got to do what they do. You got to understand what they go through. You got to know the physiology. Well, a fighter pilot spends time after time practicing what they call emergency procedures. You're taking off, you're learning, something happens, lights go off, you know something's wrong, you hit a bird, something sucked into your engine. What do you do? Well, they have a checklist that they go through. Well, ethics is very similar to that. If I need to stand up to power, someone in power is asking me to do something wrong, how do I stand up to that person? Because my job's on the line, my family's on the line, all these different things. And so that's why I think understanding the illustration of clearing your weapon is important, because a soldier understands that. Well, a person in business, a person in life needs to understand the ethical checklist that we go through to work our way through those tough ethical dilemmas. Our paradigm today has changed from ethics being taught as this high esoteric educational ideal to how do I make right decisions today. Our generation of students today, our generation of teachers today, our generations of employees today, they don't want to know what Kant said or what Augustine said about ethics. They want to know, how does it help me today, and how do I make a right decision today? And that's why these 13 principles are so important, because you can teach your students the skills to make right decisions. And that's why I'm here, is because I believe God's called me to this ministry of using all this experience that He's given me for 38 years and now bringing it back into one place where you and your organization can pick and choose, what does my organization need to make us better?